Hey dude, while you're here, let's check out this game called Dungeon Arsenal. While I'm waiting for my subscriber count to go up magically, thought I'd do a couple of real quick reviews of games, this being one of them. I've picked up a few games on sale lately off the PlayStation Network. A lot of them were like under $5, so, take that as it is. Expect the under $5 budget to be at the forefront here. So anyway, Dungeon Arsenal. It is this, as it's described, unique deck building card uh, dungeon crawler ish. Uh, I don't know. I've been really into just quirky games lately, like strategy, deck building, and roguelite, those sort of games. And so I've just been like grabbing some weird stuff, like I said, off of the PlayStation Network. And this was one of them. I did a live stream of it for a little bit. That if you want to see a more extended version of the gameplay. Otherwise, pretty simple. You have a character you start out with, and you basically go through rooms of a quote unquote dungeon, and you flip over cards. Sometimes it's good shit, and sometimes it's monsters, and you build up a deck of things you can use against those monsters. And if you get real unlucky, well, you won't be able to do so, and you die. Also, I don't know very much about it. Like, I'm learning it as I go along, so I make lots of rookie mistakes. I died so many times. There, the mechanics in the game are new to me, basically. So it might be pretty obvious to people who have maybe played a game like this, or play maybe that's a genre thing, and I'm just not into it yet. But as it stands, for the small handful of change that I pulled out of the couch and paid for this with, I can't complain too much. I'm definitely gonna be adding this to my games that I can play and stream at night when I can't sleep. It's pretty chill, pretty easy, pretty peaceful. But that all said, let's just get into the like actual gameplay, right? And so we begin. First, we have a selection of 3 characters to start with, 6 total, apparently. There are some kind of card borders. I guess it's just aesthetic, but you unlock them as you complete different feats, such as beating the game certain ways, certain times, so many times, whatever. You gotta unlock them, which means you gotta be good, which means I don't have them yet because I haven't played long enough, nor am I quote unquote good. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking around at this point because, again, this is my first time playing it. So I'm like, what is this stuff? All right, well, I've got these, but I realize now they're just borders. They may have effects as you progress, but I don't know yet. There's several difficulties as you saw there, and then it gives you this little like story, and you just the one thing I'll complain about is that there's no options for sensitivity, and since it's obviously a mouse, like it would be better with a mouse. The translation with the stick is not very smooth. It's really wonky, and you can use the D-pad, but again, also wonky. It like moves it in chunks. And if you're not in a good starting spot to begin with, then the chunk might overshoot. But as you see, the cards are all flipped over. I flipped over an axe, a weapon, so I clicked on it and I get to keep it. You have like energy or whatever you want to call it, so you only have so many moves you can make, which is pretty typical. There, I got a enemy, and I decided to go ahead and just waste one of those. The cards are like the the corners represent what they do, how many of the blue things it cost, how many of the attack it does and how many times you get to use it before it gets destroyed. Then you have your stairs to the next level. If you flip that over and you have monsters on the menu, you will take 1 damage for each monster that's revealed. Uh, so if you get lucky and flip over stairs, you can pretty much like fly through the dungeon, but then you're not getting any loot or kills or leveling up or anything. As far as leveling up, quote unquote, it's more like you have a special power that you're trying to build up, that meter under your character, and when you do, you have like an extra attack power that you can use card that appears next to you. But it's pretty much just getting really lucky, flipping over cards, and having an ability to get away from or dispose of any monster creatures that you flip over. And uh, like I said, the mechanics, I'm learning them as I go. So there's only so much the tutorial tells you, and then you pretty much just got to figure it out. And I haven't played games like this in a long time, so it's going to take me a little bit to get a groove, get my mind in the in my brain in the zone of this sort of thinking strategy. And I mean, it's not really right now it's not really deck building or anything. I mean, you have a deck, you have a hand that you use, but like the things you get to put in that hand are really scarce and random. So like at one point I was getting like halfway through just because I kept flipping over the stairs and taking them, because if you don't flip anything else over and there's no monsters, you can go on without taking damage. However, I would get to a point where I had no weapons, no healing, and nothing to help myself with, and then I'd hit the boss or something, and then I get screwed. So I'm a huge noob at this so far, but it is fun for a guy like me who is like, I like to try all kinds of different games. But if you see my channel, I mean, you see the games I play the most. So this is way outside of that. This is more reaching back to the old school days before the internet and before obviously graphics had improved. And maybe this is my version of a midlife crisis. I'm going back and just playing a bunch of like nostalgic type games or something. I don't know. But it was cheap. It was different. It was deck building. It was roguish. It was dungeonish. And it's different. So that's all I can really say about it. It's a solid game. And it is fun. And I obviously played uh, quite a bit. I streamed it for a good chunk, at least for me, someone who, if you again check my channel, I don't stream a lot, and when I do, it's either like a small chunk or a huge chunk. This was a small chunk, but it was fun, and that's what it is. Dungeon Arsenal, and you could actually still pick it up on sale for, well, I don't know how much because I just bought it and then it's on another sale today, so it's still on sale. It's still under $5, and it was I did the list low price to high price, and it was like right at the beginning, so it has to be on sale for like, I don't know, under $2 maybe. So if you're into this sort of thing or it looks kind of interesting, check it out. If you want to see more of it in depth, check out my live stream, and you'll see like how much I die, how the levels play out, and how far I actually can get in one run. And here's a treasure room where you get a relic, which is something that gives you buffs throughout the run. And then usually it's just a bunch of gold. And if you're like me, you start getting used to just flipping over the gold and clicking it, and then you start double clicking stairs on the first card you flip over and go on to the next room without getting the treasure. But after the treasure is the shop. So you go to the treasure room, you get a little lucky, then you go over to the shop and you can buy a few things that might help you if you have enough gold, that is. And after the shop, you go on a couple levels and then on to the boss fight. And I'm just gonna skip ahead to the boss fight part. And here we go. I'm just gonna run away from this little rat cat thing and go ahead and take. Oh wait, no, he just ran away. Okay, well, sometimes they hit you and go away. Anyway, here's a boss room. So this boss is some kind of bee or some kind of fly or some shit. As you can see, I have my power card built up right now, so I'll be able to use that. And the boss fight is basically 3 cards at the bottom you can flip, and then you have what you have in your hand to deal with. And yeah, it's just hope you have enough damage to deal and healing to heal. And we're gonna hit him with the old crossbow. Pick up that spear. Hit him with our special card because I forget that you have the special card. And one more smack with a spear. I think I don't know what that means when it says no AP like that, but I had AP, so I don't know. Again, I'm new, but I beat him, and it doesn't matter. Raise up my health. You can do a heart upgrade with a full heal. You can do a gold, or you can do a mystery. I have not done the mystery yet because it's too risky right now. You know, I'm so new and fresh. I don't know what I'm doing, so I haven't clicked mystery yet. But you automatically go on to the next floor, sector, whatever they called it, and it gets increasingly more difficult. Now I have some kind of like white crocodile looking things. I don't know what they are. They look like white crocodiles to me. Maybe they're salamanders. I don't know. That's the fun of games like this and art styles like this is you kind of get to make up your own version of what something on the screen actually is. So, but I kept thinking they were like white alligators. I don't know. They remind me of the alligator on the T-shirt, or not T-shirt, but the polo alligator shirts from back in the old days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they still make those gator shirts. I'm gonna have to look that up. I sure wouldn't mind having myself an old gator shirt just to throw back to the old days. Anyway, this is Dungeon Arsenal. You saw me beat the boss. I'm about to make several mistakes here, and I'm going to end up, well, paying the price. As you can see, I have 2 health. There are 2 enemies, 3 enemies on screen. I went ahead and just clicked the stairs, and I have the power that relic gives me 3 health when I die 1 time. So I just killed myself and then killed myself again. And that's the kind of gameplay you can expect from good old Higgs Boson there. But this has been Dungeon Arsenal, a quick review. And if you're into these kind of games, well, there you go. It's like I said, under $3, $2, something like that. And it's not too shabby. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. It shows you all the things you can unlock and all that stuff. So obviously it's got a lot of replayability, and they want you to get better at the game and improve. And I just might do that a couple nights a week. Throw it into my no talk streams. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you out there. Oh, do that like, subscribe thing, and share, and the YouTube stuff. Let's trick the algorithm into thinking my videos are good, and then maybe some people will click on subscribe. So, see you guys out there. Love you. Bye. Was that honey? Oh yeah. Hey, your mom wants you to subscribe if you could, please. Thank you.